What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full Leaf Moves Pokemon team. I'll be using only Leaf Moves to attack the opponent. We've got Leafage, Leaf Blade, Leaf Storm, Leaf Tornado, Magical Leaf, and Razor Leaf. I thought I'd throw in the ability Leaf Guard as well to add to the leafiness. If you do want to check me out on Twitch, people, this is where I do all my live streams for my theme teams, my Pokemon sweeps, and all sorts of stuff. I have a quick little sponsor before we start. Before we get into the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Raid Shadow Legends, today's video sponsor. This is a crazy popular turn-based role-playing fantasy game that will keep you amused for hours. Make sure to use the links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile or PC. Raid has a lot of cool champions. My top favorite ones would be Jotun. This guy is an absolute unit with a massive sword and that epic beard. Next is Pounder with his crazy skeleton spine club. Wouldn't want to be hit by that one. Then we have Gator with its unique reptilian appearance and creepy skull gore. I like bulls and demonic designs, so Sata takes the cake here as my next pick. Finally, my OG Gallic. We've been through so much grinding and learning of this game together, I had to include him on this list. Some of the features in Raid I really like are summoning the champions. That feel like getting something new. I like completing the daily quests and getting rewards, and also doing the campaign on a really nice chill auto mode to get easy experience. This is the best time to get started in Raid, and if you click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on the screen, you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion, Tarrel, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. All the treasure will be waiting here for you. Thanks, Raid, for the channel sponsor. Alright, people, let's get into both of these battles with the Leaf Moves team. Now, this team is difficult because when you think about it, the word leaf refers to grass-type Pokemon, and that's what the majority of these Pokemon were that I had with these moves. So I had a lot of weaknesses. Now, the first battle here, this is against Pulsar, and we have a Alcremie Ruby Swirl Berry Sweet lead here. That's a tongue too. That rolls off the tongue real nice. So it's going to go for Protect here. And on this Leaf onset, it's pretty terrible, but it's pretty fun. I've got Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature. I've got Focus Energy, Razor Leaf, Sunny Day, and Substitute. I've got the ability Leaf Guard, of course, and I've got the item Wide Lens, so I don't miss Razor Leaf. Now, I know it's only 95, but I don't know, I always seem to miss 95% actually moves, so I thought it'd be fun to do. Now, the problem was with this, it didn't really hit super hard because Razor Leaf's base power is only 55, and I didn't really have any other ways to boost my attacking moves. I mean, I could have used like an attacking boosting move, but by the time I set up a Sunny Day or a Focus Energy or a Substitute, I really didn't have the time. So we're going to have Leaf on going down there, unfortunately, to a Dazzling Gleam crit. Bringing in Sceptile here, this was a absolutely horrible set. I had to make use of Leafage, people, and watch this. I've got a physical set. We've got Leafage and Sword Dance, Endure and Substitute. Now, I will say one thing. If you've never seen one of these types of teams where I use a specific name move, like Leaf Moves, what I do is I have the Leaf Moves do all the damaging, and I have status moves that help out the sets, so it's not just like one move, if that makes sense. And it makes it more interesting too. So I've got the item Weakness Policy, and I've got the ability Overgrow. I've got Adamant HR, and I've got Max Speed. So what I want to do here is I want to be able to get hit by a super effective move. Here comes Mystical Fire. Unfortunately, I could have gone for a Sword Dance there, but I was worried that I'd get one-shotted. So I'm going to have that Weakness Policy activated, and I thought if I can get our Sceptile into Overgrow range, and like a Sword Dance or a Weakness Policy happens, I can get some serious power on that Leafage. Now, people, if you do enjoy the videos and you really like them and you want to see them in subscription box and stuff like that, please drop a like on the video. It helps me out a lot and helps you out, so it's a win-win. Anyway, we're going to go here for a Leafage, and look at the damage Leafage does. That was quality. Now, if I did get a Sword Dance up there, it was lights out for Alcremie, trust me, but I was a little bit worried that I'd get one shot at especially after that Dazzling Gleam crit at the start, right? Next Pokemon, it's going to be the Roserade. Roseраde's got a pretty cool shiny. I like its flowers. So I've got a Magical Leaf Technician set, Toxic Spike, Sleep Powder, and Growth. You got to grow sometimes, people, if you know what I'm saying. So I've got Timid Nature, and I've got Max Speed and Max Special Attack. Now, Technician is going to boost the power of Magical Leaf at 60 base power. The cool thing about Magical Leaf, too, it doesn't check accuracy, so it never misses, which is really nice. I've also got Sleep Powder and Growth. Sleep Powder and Growth were on there so I could maybe set up, some growths and stuff like that. And maybe I needed Toxic Spikes just in case I come across, lots of counters. But usually I didn't try to use that. Our next Pokemon is going to be the Rainbow Swirl Ribbon Sweet Alcremie. The Rainbow Swirl looks really, really cool. So I'm going to try and get some setups against this and try and take out Magical Leaf. It did a lot of damage, you got to admit, right? Now, Alcremie is going to be using Calm Mind here, and it's going to be boosting its special defense and special attack. So if I get hit by a special move, even Neutral Nature is going to do a fair bit of damage to me, right? Now, Alcremie's got the leftovers as the item here. Let me tell you what my Roserade set is. You've seen what the moves are. You know what the ability is, Technician, and the item is Focus Sash. So I wanted to get as many boosts as possible. Now, Roserade's got alright special defense. That's not too bad, but if it gets hit by a physical move, it's going to get bodied. I mean, in this matchup, obviously, it's not going to be a physical move, but that's why I put the Sash on there, to give me another chance maybe to get a Sleep Powder off, or say Sleep Powder missed and, something like that. I wouldn't get one try to. So we're at this little war between this Alcremie and my Roserade. It was setting up special attack boosts there, and I was just spamming Magical Leaf, you know what I mean? So it was still doing a lot of damage too, even after those Calm Mind boosts. So I'm going to go for another Magical Leaf here, and that is actually going to be the end of Alcremie. So it's unfortunately I just did too much damage to it at the start and took it out. Next Pokemon is going to be another Alcremie. Yes, it is a full Alcremie team. Things are getting very creamy around here. And this was a troll set. This set actually, I was so salty. But you'll get to see that in a sec. Now, this was, I'm trying to get my Alcremies. I think this was a Vanilla Cream Star Sweet. I'm pretty sure that's a star. Yeah, that's a Vanilla Cream Star Sweet. Those little stars on its head. You gotta get those little stars right. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is a Metronome set, and what it did, right? It got Thunder Wave. You wouldn't read about it, because what it did is it attracted me. It confused me as Squeakies, and then Metronome got Thunder Wave. That's so lucky. That was perfect for the strategy. Of course, it's got Recover to troll me, and I'm in the stage here where I may not even be able to fire a successful attack off on this thing. So I'm going to snap out of the confusion, which is good, right? But then I got a Magical Leaf. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I might be able to take it out. And it lived again. I was like, no. Now it's going to use another Metronome here. I thought my bad luck was over, right? And then use extra Sentry. I'm like, wow, that's actually a really good move too, because it's going to be super effective and do a lot of my health. So I was like, wow, that's actually really lucky. Those moves are great for it. I'm going to get immobilized by Love here, and it's going to keep going for Metronome over and over again, right? And it's going to get a Drill Run. I was like, physical Alcremie. I was like, oh, watch me get critted here by this, right? Doesn't take me out. I lived on 8 health. Then I got paralyzed. Like, okay, one more attacking move. I only think this has Metronome to attack. And watch this, right? It gets Hold Back. Hold Back always puts you on 1 health. And look at this. I lived on 1 health. The merchant's available. And then I got paralyzed by this Alcremie. Now it's going to wiggle its creamy finger. And guess what, people? It's going to get Sandstorm. Oh, no. I'm going to faint in the next turn. But I've got to take Alcremie with me, right? So I'm hoping that I can get a Magical Leaf off. And then, we both go down. Otherwise, I'm going to be super, super salty, right? And of course, I got immobilized by Love. And Alcremie doesn't faint. It gets off scot-free. Oh, man, Roserade was so unlucky there, but, look at the things that happened in that matchup. They were really, really lucky. I mean, probably not the holdback. That was more of a troll, but then actually, no, you know what? It was lucky. The holdback, putting on 1 health and finish you off the Sandstorm. I can't make this shit up. Anyway, we're going to go into Eldegoss, right? Now, what I did, if you haven't noticed on these sets, I gave them each one of the Leaf moves, and I based a strategy around it. Now, this was based around Leaf Tornado. Leaf Tornado is pretty unique because it has a 50% chance to drop the accuracy of the opponent. Not that I got very lucky for some reason, but then again, that's just me. So this thing just kept using Metronome over and over, trolling me, but, it didn't really matter as much because, obviously, they got way luckier in the matchup against my Roserade. Now, Eldegoss has got Cotton Down, which is quite handy. It's got Leaf Tornado, Stun Spore, Worry Seed, and Attract, and I've got Wide Lens as the item. So this is more of this is pretty much a real trolling set. So what you do is you go for a track, you get the infatuation up, and then you can go for Stun Spore. Now, in this case, I was going to get rid of Alcremie's ability. Sweetheart, that's just annoying. And I can do that with Worry Seed, that I can paralyze it, and then I can drop it actually with Leaf Tornado. And it worked pretty well, I gotta say. This is a bulky set. I run this one as max health and max defense. Had some good bulk to it. Plus, I didn't feel much point in putting, like, you know, max special attack, because I wanted to make use of Leaf Tornadoes actually drop instead of just, you know, doing more damage and not getting that or whatever. So we got this Alcremie. It's almost beat here. I've got some chickens floating around me right now. Popping that last Leaf Storm. Sorry, Leaf Tornado. I probably called that Leaf Storm a couple of times already, but you know what I'm saying. Just leave me alone. And Alcremie's going to go for a Poison Sting. And, you know, as soon as the little Poison Barb came out of it, that cream, I knew that I was going to get poisoned. Like, straight away, I just knew it. Just knew it deep down. So anyway, Eldegoss is going to get another Cotton Down, like that's Cotton Down number 3 or 4. And I'm going to finish this off with the Leaf Tornado. It's quite funny that the Sandstorm ended there right when Alcremie only had a little bit of health left. There's some karma right there. So I'm going to be confused again, and I actually managed to get a Leaf Tornado off, and that is finally the end of the Vanilla Cream Star Alcremie. Man, that was a just straight troll. I'm going to take a little bit of damage there from the Poison Sting. Now, the next Alcremie we got here, I'm not actually sure what this one is. I know that it's a Star Sweep, but with the Alcremies being shiny, you actually don't know which one it's specifically going to be, because all the shinies, they are identical except for the decorations. I can't see any difference at all if someone else can, but I can't. Like, I looked at them for hours and I was like, these don't even look different except for the decoration. It's just interesting. Anyway, so the best way to tell them apart is when they're not shiny, which is pretty interesting. So Alcremie is going to be sending up Calm Minds here, and it's trying to get bulky, you know. I'm getting a little bit scared right now. I was trying to actually, I was getting a bit worried, if you know what I mean. So I went for a Worry Seed, and I got rid of its ability. And what I was trying to do is drop it it's actually right. So I gave it Insomnia. I'm not going to be sticking around for too much longer. I've got, like, what, 2 more turns max? And now it's going to go for a stored power. Sorry, 1 more turn max. And that's the end of my Eldegoss. But that's okay. I got a Cotton Down. That's at least going to help out my next Pokemon. So a solid performance there by Eldegoss. Now, what I can swap in now is going to be my Lurantis. Now, Lurantis is going to be a Leaf Storm set. So I gave... Actually, no, it's got all the Leaf moves. But particularly, I want to be using Leaf Storm on this set because it's got Contrary. So the build I ran for this was a slow, bulky build. The only bad thing about it, since it was so slow, it took a lot of time to actually get it going. But once it got it going, it was very good, but, you know, it's still prone to just getting worn down. I've got max health here, and I've got max defense, and I also gave it bold nature. So it was thick, you know what I mean? And I gave it Assault Vest as the item, so that's why I gave it all 4 of the Leaf moves. And once this thing got a couple of Leaf Storms up, it was hitting very, very hard. I guess the only bad thing is it didn't really have a way to, you know, get its health back, and it ended up fainting. So we're going to go to Surfetch here, the only Pokemon on my team that's, you know, not a Grass type that's got a Leaf move, and I'm going to be Dynamaxing it. So I actually need to get the grassy terrain in the field. I thought this would be a good idea to actually boost the power of Leaf Blade, right? Once, obviously, I'm out of Dynamax. So this set is max health and max attack. I made it a slow set, slow and bulky, you know what I mean? And it's got Sword Dance, and it's got Leaf Blade, and it's also got Detect as well. You would have seen what moves it had, you know? So we're going for that, and that's going to be the end of the Alcremie. Now, that's a critical hit. I've got the stick as the item too, so I can get those crits. And with Leaf Blade, when you use Leaf Blade, right, it already has a crit chance of 1 stage. So the stick adds 2, so it's 100% crit, which is absolutely awesome. So next Pokemon is going to be Alcremie, and this one, that's a Caramel Swirl with a flower sweet. Man, all these Alcremies, you know what I mean? There's too many of them. So we've got Alcremie G-Spot here, and it's going to be one big birthday cake. Now, the thing about this is, right, it's going to be super bulky because of its, like, G-Max move, you know what I mean? Because it heals itself, and I'm also weak to that as well. So popping that stored power there does a lot of damage. Like, you got to see that. That's a lot of damage right there. Considering it's an Alcremie, Alcremie is going to go for a max knuckle, so it's a physical set. I'm like, okay, maybe I've got to a chance here. I've got a chance. I might be able to slice this cake into half with that, the leaf blade, you know what I'm saying? So getting that little bit of health back recovery there, and of course the creamiest too. So it's got +1 in attack. I went for max guard because I had a plan. I was like, let's go for max guard and then I'll go for leaf blade. But the creamy went for it too. I was like, man, okay, we both had our guard up, you know what I mean? So that's the last turn on my surf edge. And what I can do now is I can go for a leaf blade. Grassy terrain's flowing on the field nicely, and then I can go for 100% crit, and it lived it so well still. Like, look at that, it's super bulky, and now it's going to go for a G-Max final here. Since it's got +1 in attack already, it was enough to easily take out my bulky surf edge. I tried my very best. Unfortunately, our creamy's just like, it's just so tanky in G-Max form. Like, I'd say they were running something like, I reckon they were running max health and max attack, or they could have even been running like no attack at all, but it was definitely max health. Thank you, Pulsar, for the very creamy battle there with all those cakes. Let's get on to battle number 2. This is a battle against Peeps a lot, and I'll be using, of course, the same Leaf Pokemon. Now, the first Pokemon we got here is going to be Dottler. Now, this Dottler actually caused me a fair few problems because when you think about it, I've got a lot of grass-type moves, right? Pretty much, they're all grass-type moves. Not a lot, they're all grass moves. So, when Pokemon came in here, especially, little bulky Everlight Pokemon that resisted grass moves, it made things really, really hard. And on top of that, made things even harder when you got critical hitted by them. So, Leafon, man, it just got wrecked by that. So I brought in Roserade. I'm thinking, well, let's go and put this thing to sleep. I like Dottler. It's a pretty cool design. Apparently, it's got like a galaxy brain. It's basically like a little shell thing, and it's got like a galaxy brain inside. Like that's pretty much what it is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the Dottler to sleep. It's going to have some nice little Dottler dreams, and I'm going to go for Growth here. Growth's going to boost my special attack 1 stage. Now, I was thinking about maybe trying to set a Sunny Day up by like another Pokemon, but I know they had it on my Leafon, but I didn't really want to use it too often. Like, I was thinking about doing that turn 1, then swapping in my Roserade, but the problem about when you use Sunny Day and you've got all practically grass-type Pokemon, you're just asking to get, like, wrecked by a Fire-type move. Like, even a Pokemon that it's not even stab or anything like that, it's really going to hurt. So I had to watch when I did that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for Magical Leaf. It's my most powerful attack. Unfortunately, even with all those growths, the Dottler is still going to destroy me with a Psychic. So bye-bye, Roserade. Things are looking, I'm going to be real with you, things aren't looking too good. So that's a third of my team down. What I'm going to do, I was thinking, well, I don't think I'm going to live Dottler's attack. So let's go for Endure. Let's get a guaranteed weakness policy. I'm too scared to go for Sword Dance because I think I'm going to get one shot. So here comes the Bug Buzz here on the Scepter, and I lived. I was like, oh, no. I could have got a Sword Dance off again and a weakness policy. It didn't happen, people, but, it is what it is. So what I can do here is I can go for a Leafage. Sometimes you got to put a leaf on top, and that is going to be the end of Dottler. Finally, I took a Dottler out in a children's game of Pokemon. I'm very, very happy about that. I'm going to be real with you. I almost lost like half my team. Out pops a Dynamax Metapod, only your PIMPNITE Shadow, and this thing, I'm being real here, right? This thing actually was quite good against my team. It's a threat, because if it does have Everlight, you know what? Scrap Everlight. If it even just exists on the field, it's going to be able to tank all of my moves like really, really well. And if it's got any like an Everlight or health investment, it's actually going to take quite a few turns to take this out. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go for Sword Dance here. This is before I knew, obviously, that they were going to Dynamax. I was like, okay, they're probably going to use Max Butterfly or something like that and take me out. And they are, and that's going to be the end of my Scepter. I really wanted to see how much Leafage was going to do to Metapod. Like, I had Overgrow. It probably wouldn't have even done half, let's be real. So next Pokemon I'm going to bring is going to be Eldegoss. Yeah, so Eldegoss has got, it's got Worry Seed. So I thought for a second, maybe I could get the Attract up here and attract that big Metapod and get rid of its Shed Skin and Stun Spore. That could be fun, right? So, and it worked. I was like, wow, that's awesome. Metapod got stored at 110. So getting rid of the Shed Skin, they're giving Metapod Insomnia. And now what I could do is Stun Spore it. And I get another Immobilized by Love there on Dynamax, which is amazing. So that means they really only got one turn to attack me with the move, which is very, very lucky. Now I've got rid of the Shed Skin, so there's no way that, if I went for Stun Spore then, that wouldn't have been a good play because, Metapod would have, Shed Skin would have kicked in, It's funny because I actually did a Shed Skin very, very recently. So we got a String Shot from the Metapod, Eldegoss just can't do anything to this. So all I can do is really remove his ability. So I thought, let's do a swaps here. We'll go into Lurantis. I'm going to see if I can take advantage of this Metapod because it's not doing a lot of damage with Bug Bite because I'm running like insanely bulky set here. Not that Metapod really does lots of damage with Bug Bite, but you know what I'm saying anyway. And I'm going to boost my special attack here. And I feel like I can get, 2 of these up and that should be enough to take out the Metapod and still have enough health to actually do a bit of damage to the rest of the team. Because let's look at the score right now. All I've taken out is a Dotler and now a Metapod. So it's not exactly the greatest in the world right now. So that's the end of both those 2 Pokemon, and there's still 4 more left. Next Pokemon is going to be Vibrava. So Vibrava, is definitely going to be able to outspeed me. It's going to hit me with a U-turn. Since I'm running that really bulky defensive set, I'm able to take it very, very nicely. Vibrava's attack isn't, it's not too great shakes either. Next Pokemon is going to be Jigglypuff, a really interesting team here. I popped the Leaf Storm at +4. Jigglypuff eats it like a snack. I'm like, wow, I can't believe it lived that. So here comes a Magical Leaf, a little bit of disrespect there, and let's be real, I didn't want to really miss either, and that's the end of Jigglypuff. The next Pokemon is going to be Curlier, so it's all these baby troll Pokemon. Now it's going to go for Hypnosis, and it's going to put my Lurantis to sleep. At this stage, I don't really want to swap out, because I've got +6 in special attack, so I've already taken half my health just setting it up, so I was like, let's keep it in, right? Now it's going to go for Dream Eater. Dream Eater did a fair bit of damage, but I was like, oh, I can probably live one more, wake up, take the Curlier up. Curlier's going to go for another Dream Eater here, and it did a little bit more damage than the first one. So I think I got a minimum roll and then a maximum roll in damage, which was, a bit unfortunate, but, that's how it is. Next Pokemon's going to be Eldegoss here. I was like, okay, let's go for a Stun Spore. Stun Spore misses, and Draining Kiss is Curlier's attacking move here, too. So it's got Draining Kiss. It's like a really greedy Curlier. So it puts you to sleep with Hypnosis. Then it sucks the life out of you with Dream Eater and Draining Kiss at the same time. So, it's a pretty, a pretty bulky set that gets health back. Hypnosis is going to miss there. Leaf Tornado is going to land a couple of times, which is good. Now, the funny thing about Leaf Tornado is I never actually got, in all the battles I did, I never really got any of the actually boosts, drops, even though the chances really, really high. I got luck on other moves, but that's the end of Curlier, thank goodness. Now, Vibrava is going to come in as I'd say it's going to do a U-turn. I'm a grass type, right? Here comes the U-turn. Eldegoss is very, very bulky. If you don't remember before, I'm running max health and max defense, impish nature. So this thing's going to, be very, very tanky. So Vibrava just doing a bit of chip damage there. Next Pokemon to come is going to be a Steenie. Steenie you really never see. And I was like, oh, I wonder what this set is going to be. It's going to be interesting. So getting that attacking move off there, still no actually drop. And it's going to pop a triple axe. I'm like, oh. Well, that's going to get 3 Cotton Downs there for every single hit. The problem is Eldegoss is going to get owned, so there's nothing I can really do here. I actually toyed with thinking about going for Regenerator, but nah, I'm going to go for Cotton Down, because it can actually be quite good. I know it's situational, but it can be quite good, against speedier Pokemon. And my team wasn't... it had some fast Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but some of them were really, really slow too. Next Pokemon is going to be Surfetch. I got a Dynamax again against Steenie. I'm going to get roasted for Dynamaxing a Surfetch versus a Steenie. I know I can already see the comments there. The top comment's going to be something like, only on PIMPNITE's channel will you see Surfetch Dynamaxing against a Steenie 10 out of 10, 2022 or something like that. I don't know. There's always some sort of comment like that roasting me. But it's okay. I can take the roast, people. So Surfetch, right, is going to go for a Maxo over Oath. And this should be able to easily take it out. Those seeds were coming from the clouds there. Didn't even come from Surfetch. And Steenie lives. I'm like, what? He lives. It's bulky, you know what I mean? I know that it was not very effective, but man, that probably should have taken it out. So Steenie here is going to go for a bounce. I'm like, oh, I know what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to paralyze my Surfetch and stall out the Dynamax. So Steenie's out of the arena, Hacker Exposed. I'm going to go for the Max Guard here, and that's going to block the bounce. Okay, good. That's very nice. Because I can actually go for a Leaf Blade very, very soon when I'm out of Dynamax, and I know that's going to hit very, very hard for a crit. So it's going to have Grassy Glide as its other attacking move. I just went for Max over and go again, and that is going to be the end of the Steenie. But that Steenie, that was hitting pretty hard, So it's good to see Steenie too. It's not a Pokemon that it's hardly ever used. Next Pokemon is going to be the Vibrava, and we're both down to our very last Pokemon, and we both also used up Dynamax. So I know that Vibrava's going to outspeed me here. It's whether it can take me out or not, and it's going to pop an Outrage. It's like, okay, this will hurt, but I'm running max health, and I'm pretty bulky, and there's no way that Vibrava will leave a Leaf Blade 100% crit in the grassy terrain. Not that it really matters too much, but that, my friends, is the end of both battles. Hope you really enjoyed the Leaf Moves only Pokemon team. I'll be back for another video tomorrow, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.